time I grabbed the mic, like in front of actual people that mattered, you know what I'm saying? Like at a club, I got booed. I remember that. It was very traumatic for me. And I think I had, at that point, like the 8 Mile thing was kind of, that's when I was taken from or whatever. So I just remember that being so traumatic. And I think I went home like, man, I quit.
Right.
And then, you know, maybe a couple days later, week later, hour later, whatever it was, I don't know. I got the urge to like, no, man, I gotta get up, gotta do it again.
One of my greatest inspirations or things that I would feed off of basically was just obviously people not believing in the cloud of doubt that kind of I felt hung over my head and wanted to just prove everybody wrong. You know what I mean? I wanted to make it. And I was gonna make it regardless of what anybody said. I went through a lot of that shit too, growing up as a kid, and just feeling like I wasn't good enough for anything. Like whatever I did, I just wasn't good enough. And yeah, man, it's a psychological thing. I think that once you, for anybody who feels like that, right? Like I just feel like I'm worthless. I'm not nothing in this world. Anybody who feels that and then finds something that they're actually good at, it's like I think that's what makes somebody go for that so hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I was never good at nothing. I'm good at this. Every time there was a hip hop summit, get in the car with my friends, some of them from D12, get in the car, just drive down there and just try to get anybody to just listen to our demo. Me and Bizarre literally had a radio and was walking around with it, just playing our demo, just like as loud as we could, and trying to figure out what hotel Fat Joe was at, or what hotel any rapper was that would just
maybe walk by.
Hopefully we'd catch him walking out the hotel and like just be sitting there and somebody would walk by and just that glimmer of hope, like catch somebody's ear and be like, yo, what is that? So I could be like, yo, it's my demo. I went out to LA and then got in that battle at the Rap Olympics, went all the way to the end and lost again, the last dude. And I was like super discouraged. I just got evicted from my house. Had to break in through the back of the house.
Shit, yeah.
The dude that we was paying rent to, he wasn't paying the rent with it. So one day this is literally the day before I go to the Rap Olympics and thank God for Wendy Day, man, because she paid for my plane ticket. But that day, we're like, I come home from work, me and my boy, and we're like, what the fuck? All our shit is on the lawn. Yep. So that happened. And then I had to break into the back because I had nowhere to stay. So I had to break into the house through the back window, which was my old window. Broke in, slept on the floor, got up the next day, went to the Rap Olympics. And by the first prize was $500. And I needed that $500, man. And I lost. And I was fucking devastated. And then this kid, Dean Geislinger, walks up to me and he's like, yo, man, you got one of those CDs? And I was like, yeah. And I kind of just tossed it to him, right? And didn't think nothing of it. I didn't know that Dean worked with Jimmy Iovine. So he gave it to Jimmy. Jimmy gave it to Dre. And I'm back in Detroit now, fucked, right? I have nothing, like nowhere to go. And I get the call and I'm like, oh shit, this is about to happen.
Has it ever felt normal in any sense of that word?
Well, none of this is normal. None of it's normal. Once the Hi My Name Is video, once MTV accepted that and played it, it was like a fucking switch went off overnight. And all of a sudden, I woke up the next day from that and my entire life was changed forever. So when all these millions of people are listening to me, it was crazy to watch this whole thing. Like, people are tripping because I said that. It made me realize, like, hip-hop is having this effect on me, but it's having this effect on millions of other people too. When I was doing the 8 Mile movie, and that's when I kind of first got introduced to Ambien. And the schedule that we were on, we were working like 16-hour days. And we'd have this little like 6-hour window to go home and go to sleep. And it was an hour drive from the set and an hour drive back. So what's that mean? I have 4 hours to get some sleep. So I got introduced to Ambien on the set of 8 Mile, and I got into the habit of taking it every single night. By the time the movie was wrapped, went on tour. Now I need it every night after a show. You know what I mean? And then it got to where I became dependent on the sleep medications. And then there was like it's a real blurry line, like if I actually had a problem with alcohol or I didn't.
I don't know. I mean, if I had to like try to mark a time period or whatever and try to figure out like where it actually went, I can't, it's hard for me to try to figure out where it went from recreation to a full blown problem, you know, but, I mean, I think that it was a problem when I went to rehab in 2005 and, you know, I came out and I wasn't really taking rehab serious and I came out, I relapsed and then, you know, the proof thing happened and then I kind of just went way overboard. Yeah. I just kind of lost it.
Lost my best friend and kind of, the reins were off. It was kind of just like, you know, screw it. This is like, you know, and from there, I really went downhill. And that's when I overdosed, got out the hospital, relapsed a short time after that, basically, scared of myself and, went to some people and was like, yo, I got a problem. I need help. I can't beat this on my own. Recovery is probably one of the best things that's ever happened to me. I'm able to see things clear. I'm able to remember things. I mean, this is how I decided that I want to live my life and I don't ever want to go back.
The response that I got from relapse was lukewarm. That hurt a little bit, but it also turned the lights on. Like, you got to do something different. Why don't you try embracing sobriety? I realized, like, I'm not embarrassed anymore about it. And I started treating sobriety like a superpower. And I took pride in the fact that I was able to quit. You need to be aware of your platform. Sometimes you might need to take a stand and say certain things. I felt like I want to take this opportunity to let people who don't know what I'm about understand. This is why I'm saying this. This is what I feel like I need to say right now. I wanted to make it so that there was no doubt. If it's gonna divide my fan base, then so be it. You may divide some people, but you're also gonna bring a lot more people together. And maybe I could take this opportunity and this platform I had to be somebody that could inspire change.
I think that at the end of the day, I guess if you, as long as you, if your heart is in it and you know, you just keep persevering, you know, you're gonna break through. I mean,
almost died from an overdose in 2007, which kind of sucked because, Haley, plug your ears. Because drugs were fucking delicious. And I thought we had a good thing going, man, but I'm like, I had to go and fuck it all up and take too many. God damn. Okay, Haley, you're good.
First, before anything, I'm a father before I'm a rapper. So, you know, my daughter comes first no matter what. And if there's important things going on in her life that I need to be there for, then I'll drop what I'm doing or we schedule around it. And a lot of times I take her with me and, you know, she's been on the road with me before. So she's like my little homie, man. Like she's like my little sidekick sometimes. It's hard. Like I'm not gonna front. Like sometimes it gets hard to try to balance them out. But like I said, before anything, I'm a father.
I have a niece that I have helped raise too. That's kind of like a daughter, pretty much like a daughter to me. Wow. And she is 26. And then I have a younger one that's 17 now. So when I think about my accomplishments, like that's probably the thing I'm the most proud of, you know, is being able to raise kids.